Hello again, everyone. I am driving down what's called McGinty Road in the city of Minnetonka. Minnetonka is the bordering city just south of Plymouth and one of the several cities that I serve in the Twin Cities metro area. And Minnetonka is just a little bit different than the neighborhoods and the makeup of Plymouth and Maple Grove that I've been discussing in the last couple of videos. Minnetonka, it's a population of just under 54,000, and the makeup of Minnetonka is it's a bit more pricier than Plymouth and then some from Maple Grove, and it's not your typical planned community. Sorry, two hands on the wheel. It's not your typical planned community style city like Plymouth and Plymouth and Maple Grove have been. It's been mostly that people would buy a chunk of land, build a house, next door neighbor would buy a chunk of land, build a house, and later the city would provide city sewer and water, as opposed to the other way around when the communities have been developed like Plymouth and Maple Grove. So I will do a couple of neighborhood tours. You'll get an idea as to the level. It's a level up or two from what we've seen before. And the big reason why is because it borders on Lake Minnetonka. And that is a highly popular area and extremely expensive area of the Twin Cities, as I'm sure you would imagine. If you live here, you already know, but if you're moving here, you can get a taste through this video. And then lastly, if you stick around, you'll get to see a blooper. I look forward to continuing this tour today, and I hope you enjoy it. Stay tuned. So I'm pulling into a very small cul-de-sac road just off of McGinty, and I'm going to give you an idea of the styles of home that's very descriptive in this cul-de-sac here. So that's a colonial on a very nice piece of property, lots of woods, especially here in Minnetonka. And then the other type is going to be this style across the street. Hopefully the neighbors don't look out their window at me. And so it is the other side is a colonial. This is more of a Cape Cod style. It's a very, very, very common style in Minnetonka. And as the years went on, they got to be a bit more traditional and a bit more modern. As you're gonna see as we come down the road here. But the house that I just showed you was probably one of the first houses on this street. And then they made the development here. And then you get houses that are a bit more craftsman style, like that one. Again, beautiful oak trees, pine trees, ash trees. It's very incredible in many of the neighborhoods in Minnetonka. So I'll come around the bend here on the cul-de-sac, but you'll get a taste of different styles here. So craftsman, this one's more of an A-frame style, and the one straight ahead, that gray one, is just your traditional multi-level, most likely, or a ranch, or as we call them in Minnesota, oh my gosh, now the term escapes me. I'll tell you in a second. Sorry. A rambler. There we go. And then you have this model here. It's not a model home, but this style here. This one is more of a prairie style. Frank Lloyd Wright style. He was very into prairie style of development of homes. So it's a broad range. It's an expensive, not exclusive, but it's an expensive area to live. These homes that I just drove through here, they would vary because of size of lot and what's behind them and that kind of thing. They would vary anywhere from the mid to upper fives to these homes I just drove through in the cul-de-sac. These would probably be $800,000 to $900,000 homes. All right, so we're gonna go into another neighborhood just up the road here, and you'll see an even different style, and it's more of a neighborhood than just this short street here. All right, here we go. These homes were probably built in the mid 80s, so they would do that first here. But as we go further along in this tour, you're going to see areas where they didn't have city sewer, city water, and I'll show you some of those as we go. The Tudor style is what you just looked at. Those were very, very popular and common here in the 1980s. And then you see Mother and Father Goose and their goslings. Aren't they cute? And there's a lot of marshes and ponds here because, of course, there's a lake, Lake Minnetonka. And if you hang with me a little more, I will show you part of the lake, Lake Minnetonka, Gray's Bay. Gray's Bay is where I used to go fishing as a kid. And it was good memories there. All right, let's just take a look at some of the homes. These, in this neighborhood, to start, you're probably in the 650 range. And then some of these will go up to 800, 900,000 again. As you can also see that these homes are extremely well maintained. The yards are well maintained. Lots and lots of trees, which is very common when you have a lot of water and vegetation. And we just come through the whole loop, and we will exit back onto McGinty Road again. And furthermore, as we go, this is very typical of Minnetonka neighborhoods. It's just loops and streets. And if you can see through those trees there, it's extremely marshy. And that's very, very common in Minnetonka. All right, we'll go further towards the lake and you'll see more neighborhoods. So here we are entering a modest Minnetonka neighborhood. Now, having said modest, that would describe the homes. However, just to give you an idea, I don't know if you see the turtle crossing the road there. To give you an idea, we'll come up here and you'll see this orangish, yellowish home. It's a Cape Cod style, and it's a bit eclectic. Well, here, let's look at this one with the white van in the driveway. And the reason we want to see this is just to give you an idea and understanding that homes in Minnetonka, so this is your typical two-story, built probably 1968-ish to 1970, maybe a little sooner. That home in Maple Grove would be probably about $300,000 to $325,000. That home here in Minnetonka, that's going to be close to $500,000 because it's here. Now, if you look at this orangish yellowish home on the right as we come up here, this one, now it's got a beautiful yard, a little overgrown, but it's a Cape Cod style / colonial, and people don't move. Once they're here, they just expand their home, they renovate their home, and they just don't leave. So it's not hard to get into, but these would be the more affordable homes in Minnetonka. Now there's some that are less expensive in pockets, but generally speaking, these are the more modest ones, built in the late 60s, early 70s. Like here, this one, this yard's not very well taken care of. And it's a two-story, it needs some work. But to buy that house as it sits would probably be in the mid to high fours, if not 500,000. So as we go further into this neighborhood, things get a little better, a little more well kept, if you will, and some of them are eclectic. All right, here we are. This is Gray's Bay, Lake Minnetonka. I used to go fishing out here as a teenager and a young kid. So as you can see here, this is the boat launch. That's where people launch their boats, clearly. Several pads there as one of the entrances to the lake. It is a huge lake. It's recreational, which would mean, of course, water skiing, fishing, regular boating, all those sorts of things. But it's an incredible, incredible lake. And that's the Bushway Road that we were under before. And this is just one of the bays. The lake is 10 times this big. Might be an exaggeration, but something like that. If you look on a map, you'll know what I mean. Look up Gray's Bay. Here we are entering Locust Hills. This is a development on the north side of Grays Bay. These are not on the lake homes, but you'll see lots of water, marshes. You'll see that on the left here. And it's part of the lake, but you can't get to it. It's not boatable, if you will. But these are almost to the point of estate homes that you'll see. There's various architecture here. It's eclectic again. And this home that you're going to see on the left here, this brick home, that was probably an original boathouse or some sort of carriage home. I see a pool in the back, but it's an older home that people have stayed in, have renovated, and most likely have owned a lot of the property around here and have sold it off, the family that owned this house. But it's just absolutely stunning. So I'll just let the tour speak rather than me. Other than to get into this neighborhood, you're talking at least for a starter home about $2 million, and they go up from there. I'll see if I can get you some good views here. Just incredible. All right, as promised, the Scandinavian looking home. Beautiful. A-frame style, chalet, cedar shake. The curves, the look, very Scandinavian. Continuing on. We'll just let you look. So they created a fountain. This is a prairie style home. Now the trees are going to be blocking some of these, but I'll take a spin around the cul-de-sac and you'll get a good view. Again, folks, to get into this neighborhood, you're starting at about $2 million and go up from there. So why am I in this car wash? Good question. Not only because my car is dirty, but I did a video last week of a neighborhood tour and I absolutely embarrassed myself. My windshield was ridiculously filthy. So what am I doing? I'm going through the car wash before I do another tour. If you enjoyed, liked, or even tolerated this video, you may want to check out my free relocation guide by clicking the link below, or feel free to watch another video I did called Maple Grove Neighborhood Tour, where I do something similar. You'll be able to get an idea of the look and the feel of the Maple Grove market. And as always, if you like what I share, click the like, subscribe, and the bell to be notified when I upload a new video. I appreciate your time today, and thanks for watching.